Hello everyone, welcome to Selenium Live project and it's day one. So I hope you have already gone through the orientation session video where we have talked about what we are going to do in this live project. So that session already gave you the whole idea about this program and what we are going to cover. All right, so let me open that Google Drive. So I have created this Google Drive, okay, and I created contact sheet as well. So after this session, I will divide teams and the same will share with you. Okay, so let me open and see what we discussed on that day. Okay, so in to-do list, what we have, we will take a live application any auth, okay, and we will create a test case or test scenario, but I will this time will not go with the test case because this live project is of only 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so we'll just write scenarios. Okay, so if you are aware of scenarios how we write, that's good. Otherwise we'll talk about this. Okay, and then we have to analyze our scenario and then we can decide which framework we can start. Okay, so Dipti, if you haven't attended earlier session, please go and watch that video. It will be available on our website as well as on YouTube channel, so you can watch there. But uh, I don't remember, but I guess when it was done, anyone remember? I guess 21st April, I think it was done, or 22nd something. Okay, so if you have missed, don't worry. Okay, yeah, 20th April, that might be. So it was only one session, that was orientation, where we talked about what we are going to do in this live project and how we'll do. Okay, so if you have missed, no problem. I will share this Google Drive with you so that you can go through, and even I would request to go through the that video. It is available on our website and YouTube channel. All right, so task for me, it was create contact sheet, which already I did. Share with team, that will do, and application walkthrough. Okay, so team, we will, how many of you know about any auth application? Okay, so today we'll what we'll do, we'll start with application walkthrough. Okay, and then we'll talk what to do next, because we have to write test scenarios. Test cases I will not request because it will be too much in this short of time. Okay, so how many of you have heard about any auth application, this web portal? Nobody knows. Okay, okay, Sital says no. Sital, I guess you are the you have attended previous sessions as well, right? Anyways, so what I'll do, I'll give a walkthrough of this application. Okay, and here main focus will be uh, writing test scenarios. So if you need, I have that functional requirement document as well. I can share with you. The same I shared with QLI project members. So let me see if I can share here. So this is a document which you can refer about the functionality. Okay. Okay, what I'll do, I'll move it to uh, there's a lot of problem with this. Give me 1 second time, team. I'll just try to move this to uh, our team, our that Selenium Live project Google folder. Okay, where it is Selenium. Here we go. Here it is. Meanwhile, team, if you have any question, let me know. Let me go to this members. Yeah, let me rename it. All right, so we have this functional requirement document as well. If you uh, sure with this, we'll talk about test scenarios. How do I get access to Google Drive? Okay, I will share. Don't worry about it. Yes, of course. Team, don't worry about Google Drive or access. Don't worry about. I will share with you everyone. Okay. No, I cannot go to all these things, test cases and test scenarios. I hope you people already know uh, what is test case, what is test scenario. That we cannot go in detail because this is a live project where we are going to implement something whatever we learn in Selenium. Okay. So if you don't know what is test case, that is a question mark. But okay, let me see how much we can cover. All right. So first thing, team, I need to give application walkthrough to all of you so that you can know what is AnyAuth. And this is very important for everyone, team. Uh, Two, if you are working on any product, you should have a knowledge of that product or that application. Unless you don't have any, you have knowledge of that product, you cannot automate or anything you cannot. Because sometimes you will you will miss some features or something you will miss. That's why it is good to know about the application, whatever you are working. Okay. So this is dashboard, team. Okay. So dashboards displays different data from the different modules, like test setup modules, how many modules are there, how many test cases are there, how many test steps, how many elements, test data. All these counts are coming from the respective modules. So if you click here, it will directly take you to that module. Okay, where you can see those 5 numbers of uh, modules are here: general, admin, super admin, right? So dashboard is displaying the different data from the different modules. Okay, so you need to verify these things, team. Okay, the counts you need to verify that count is correct or not. So what is test scenario? Let me talk parallelly. What is test scenario? Test scenario is nothing but one-liner story. Okay, so what is this one-liner story is something I'll talk. Log into any art and go to dashboard. That is one scenario, right? Or you can say log in with valid credentials and go to dashboard. Log in with valid credentials verify number of numbers displayed on dashboard. Okay, so these are scenarios, you can say. With one liner scenario you can write so many test cases team. It can be positive, it can be negative, any kind of thing. But here we are not going for test cases, that formal test cases like there will be 5 steps, like or 6 steps. Open browser, navigate to this any auto application, then third step will be click here, click login, it will be navigated to dashboard, verify all those things. So those must detail is not required for now for this project. Why? Because we have very short time, less time for this live project. Okay, so our main focus will be how to create a framework using Selenium WebDriver and Java or any language you prefer. So I hope scenario is okay for everyone. Okay, so suppose if I go here, this I need to edit. What will be my scenario? Can anybody tell me what will be the scenario? The scenario will be uh, log in with valid credentials, okay, and edit the any odd AUT details. Okay, that much. Okay, don't make much complex. No, change the URL is not the good thing, Vinaya. Okay, change the URL means uh, that is not the how user does generally. Okay, so you have, if you have to suppose you are working, you are browsing Facebook. Do you directly go through URLs on your friends or groups or wall? You directly click on that module, right? So generally how users do, they go and click. They don't change the URLs generally because they don't know about, they don't remember the URLs. So we need to go and click. So we can say like launch any auto application and navigate to any auto AUT details. That's it. And if you say, and then another scenario will be on the any AUT details page, click edit and edit the details. Okay. So don't worry about the test data and all, just scenario will be enough. Correct, Devilakshmi. That's correct. That can also be login to any click edit in AUT details. Okay, perfectly fine. So I hope you got the idea how we write one-liner scenario so that it will be easy for us, and we'll get started very soon with our main purpose. That main purpose are Selenium, right? WebDriver. So scenario will be test case in this case. I would not say test case, but we'll consider test scenarios. We'll automate those scenarios only. Okay. Don't compare test scenarios and test cases like both are same thing. Both are not the same thing. Scenario means, as I said, one-liner statement. But in test cases, you write multiple steps. Okay. How you navigate, how you do this, how you do that thing. Okay, so we talked about much about test scenarios. Let's move to this anyot. Anyot is a this web portal team. We have two parts of anyot. Okay, this portal it will be a test management tool kind of thing. Okay, it is test management tool, and we have another anyot core engine which is developed on the top of Selenium. Okay, so that core engine takes the input from this anyot web portal, and it will run the automation scripts without coding. Okay, so if anyone doesn't know about coding, so what they will do, they will input all those details here on this portal. They will export those run setup, and that any core engine will take those run setup, and it will execute. So that is a two different parts. So but our main focus will be on this web portal, which we are going to test or validate. Okay, so I talked about dashboards. Let's move to test setup. There is one module, test setup. Under this we have test details. So going forward, these menu will be changed, but don't worry about this. Whatever we have currently, we can work on this. Okay, so first thing in test setup is AUT, application under test. Those things we need to enter here, like AUT name, what is the application name, URL, industry, you can write what kind of domain it is. Okay, so that is simple. Modules, how many modules this application has. Okay, so suppose we are working on this anyot. How many modules it will be? One will be dashboard, one will be uh, test setup, reusable components, and many more. So we can divide further, like AUT will be one module, modules will be one module, test cases will be one module. All this will be a module, and those entries where will go? It will go here. Okay, so you can directly go to from here test cases, or you can just add modules. Okay, in test cases, what you provide, you select module ID. Okay, and currently IDs are manually generated, but going forward it will be auto generated. Okay, so we can give what you think. You can provide any uh, reasonable test case ID and test case description. So once you do this, you can move to test steps. Application is very simple, team. It's not that much complex. So here you can in test steps you can select module ID, test case ID, whatever you have given earlier, right? Test steps ID, this you need to give manually, and test step description, what that test step does. Then we have a few radio buttons here. Type of keyword, it is a high level or low level keyword. Okay, so we'll talk about this, what this high level and low level keyword does, but not now. Otherwise it will get you will get confused. So that's why, yes, we have, just remember, we have two types of keyword. One is high level, another is low level. Type of element, yes, we will use reusable, right? So you can, based on one time use or reusable, you can check. Type of test data, okay, so that also you can check. So once you click on add steps, it will be displayed like this. Okay, so these web tables also have, you can see, a lot of functionalities. If you click plus sign, you can see delete, and here you can edit. All those things you can see, right? So make sure in your scenario you cover each and every functionality. We have search also. Okay, so whoever takes the module, you should write complete scenario. Yes, of course, Vinaya. That's why we are here. We have to automate this scripts. Whatever the scenario will write, that scenario we have to automate. Okay. So in this, we not directly automate, but we'll create a framework and then we'll automate all these scenarios, whatever the flow I'm going through right now. Right, team? So this about the test setup. Now move to reusable components. So let's go to element map. So on this module, element map, what we do, we map uh, people who are aware of Selenium, how it works. So on a web page, anything is a element, right? So to identify that element, you need a ident locator, right? XPath, CSS, name, ID, anything. So those things we need to add here, right? See, element page is login screen, username field, XPath. All right, those values. Okay, so those things we need to enter here, and it will be displayed list of all element. So all your elements will go here. Okay. I guess I already answered this question to someone. If you are not if you are not able to select the country, why? Because you're not able to select country on this any other application is you might be using the wrong uh, identification locator. I have seen someone I think sent me code that was wrong actually. So try to identify the correct uh, element for that select class. So look for where is your select class and where you can see the options as well on the when you use uh, Firebug or Firepath. Okay, I'll show you maybe at the end of this session. Well, team, so this is simple. Then test data. Here we can create a test dataset ID, test dataset name. Okay, if you want to create, and here we can select whatever the tests set we created, enter data name and data value, and we can save. It will be displayed like this. Okay, and we have common thing like search, edit, delete, all these functionalities are there. Now come to high level keyword. Okay, so here also we can create a high level keyword ID, description, and we can add that high level keyword, and then we can select from here whatever we ID we added, and we can provide step ID here and description low level keyword. I will show you how where we can create low level keywords. So all these are low level keywords, and then which type of element it is, a reusable or one time use, type of test data, all those we can select from here. Okay, let's move to a low level keyword. So low level keywords you can see here with ID and description keyword, all those things are here. You can add from here all your low level keywords. Okay, with the description and all. And if you want to export, you can export from here, export test setup. So it will download a Excel file. Whatever you have done till here, low level keywords, that will be exported as a Excel file. Now go to run setup. Okay, so here you can select all those modules whatever you have created. Okay, and you can select like module name, you can select which module, and then you can select all these modules. Like if you choose all test cases, so it will show you what are the test cases are there. Okay, and you need to choose that test case like super admin correct login, which test case it is. Sorry, I think data, right? Yeah, this is which data you want to use, so that you can view also, see how it is. So you can select test cases as well. Okay, if you don't want to run that module, you can select no test cases. This way you can select if you want to run or not this particular test case. Okay, all these things functionalities are here. In the similar manner, other modules will also work. So first you need to decide which module you want to run, and then you have to decide which you want to run all test cases, or you want to run some selected test cases that you can choose from here. Okay, and once you have selected, you can save run setup. Okay, so it will pop up. You can provide uh, your that run setup name. Okay, and you can save it. Once you navigate to this test run, you'll find your whatever the name you saved in run setup, you'll find here, and you can select that. It will be exported like a Excel file. And if I open this Excel file, you don't need to verify this, but you need to verify that if you click, it will download uh, Excel file. Okay, so all those things will be exported here. See how beautiful format it generated from the web application. So whatever you have done, all things will be available here in this Excel sheet. All right, so then we have a test result module as well. So uh, whatever the file I just uh, shown you, that Excel file, that Excel file will be used by any core engine, and it will generate some reports, so we can choose and we can upload zip files. Okay, so that part we are not going to cover, but yes, of course, till here we need to uh, in our framework, in our scripts, all things need to be covered. Question team, what is the use of any application? So I just explained what is the use of. Okay, did you saw that? Did you see that uh, Excel file it generated? So currently, it is, you can say, like a test management tool kind of thing. Going forward, it will be a project management tool. Okay, so where you can manage your different projects. All right, so what we are doing here is we are giving a web UI where user can go and enter all those required details which that person want to automate. Okay, all these details will be provided here, and once it is downloaded, exported in Excel, what I just displayed you, that Excel will be taken by core engine, in your core engine, and if you run that in your core engine, so it is generating a keyword driven framework team. Okay, so whatever I downloaded, that was a framework kind of thing. It was a Excel file which will be used by any your core engine to run your automated scripts. Okay, do we need to verify test case, test step module? Of course we need to verify whatever the module I explained you, all these things you need to verify. Okay, we don't have to leave a single thing. like AUT, modules, test cases, steps, element map, test data, high level keywords, low level keywords, export, run setup, test run, results. All these modules we need to automate. Okay. Can I know this application is used for which domain? As I mentioned, test management. Okay. To run test case, have to download jar files. To run test case. I did not get your question, Meenal. Meenal, can you explain? So, team, let's make more interactive this session. So, if you want to talk, I can unmute you as well. So, let me know if you want to talk. On the top of this, okay, let me go. Okay, test run steps. Download. Yes, of course. Uh, we are giving a way that whatever the jar files we will create of that core engine, it will be available here on our server from where you can download. Sorry, I missed this part. And then you can install on your local machine and select the exported Excel file from the run setup, execute on the desktop app, upload the back the results. So let me, so see, if I click it, it generated, it is downloading one anyot framework jar file. Okay, so we can use this to run our uh, automated scripts. So that is not required to download. We need to verify, like if I click here, this jar file is getting downloaded. Okay, that we need to verify in our scripts. So see team, this is a test management tool which automates other applications. But what we have task is we have to automate this application, not using by any odd core engine. Okay. So you have to decide with your team which framework you want to create for this application. Whether you want to go with keyword or hybrid or page object model, those things we need to decide. So this application automates other applications, but our responsibility is to automate this application, because any system, whether it is automate any process or something, that need to be thoroughly tested, right? That it is correct, it is working fine or not. If I have to run, uh, suppose someone added a few modules here or another feature in any odd web portal, how you can make sure that other functionality did not break? If we have regression suite that we can run on any build, or uh, so that's why any application we need to validate, we need to test. Okay, so don't worry, like any out is a it automates applications, so don't worry that we don't need to test this. Okay, so that's why we took this application, so that this team will create automation framework scripts to validate any auto web application. All right, so on the top of the page there is jar files. Okay, all right, we already talked about this. Every team is going to work on the whole application, so we will write a scenario and test step for each. First question, let me answer you in the yes, whole team will work on this. Okay, each team will work on this uh, whole application, not a few modules. So don't worry, your team will have like if I saw more than around 40 people are here, so we can divide in 5 to 6 member team. Okay, and you should be very active team, because I see initially people attend, but when comes on to work things, like I'll see emails like people are not responding, they're not doing. So if you're really interested learning, okay, how to create framework, how we do, how we apply concepts, then you should be active. Okay. Okay, Indu, let me unmute you. Hello, Indu, can you hear me?
Yes, Manoj, thank you. So, okay, so my question is, some of the modules I understand, for example, a test AUT
Hmm.
modules like how to create the test scenarios and test steps. But for example, this test results, because this being a test management tool, uh, it works based on the data you enter into the tool. So how does, for example, this test results page, how we are going to like the automate, because the data which is going to come in the test results page can vary depending on what data you are inputting, right?
Hmm. So see, run setup name we already get from the previous module. All right, username created on. So all these things will come from the previous module where we create run setup name. Choose file, yes, of course we can. A dummy GIF file we can create and upload here. So don't worry about that.
Okay,
Yes.
but my question is, we are not entering any data into the this application for as a test
Oh, wait,
management tool.
1 minute. Why we are not entering data? All these things are data, right? See, in your name we have entered interact, URL, whatever. All these are data. Don't think
Yes.
these are not data. In modules, whatever you enter, see list of all modules. See, currently you are seeing this data because we already entered. But when you registered on the application, that will be
Yeah.
blank. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So you need to enter all this, whatever you see, this is data you are entering. Okay.
So okay. Yeah. You go ahead.
Even in test cases, if you go, if you don't enter anything here, nothing will be displayed in the web table list of all test cases. So whatever you see, this will be data for us. We are going to automate, so this will be data for us. Forget about this is test case ID, this is a test case description, forget about it. For us, this is just a data.
So
Did you
I will
get
be
point?
entering. Okay, so I will be, or we will be entering the data for the AnyAuth application into AnyAuth, right?
Correct, correct.
Okay,
We have
got
to
it.
validate, we have to test this any application. So data can be anything, right? Currently we are seeing very uh, valid data here, like valid logins uh, and different things. But when we are going to test, I might see a here or some special characters. I would try to enter some other uh, numeric values. All those things will be here. So all whatever you see on this web table, that is a data for us. Okay, don't think as it is a test step, it is a test case or something else. You just consider all these things are as a test data.
Okay.
All right, Indu.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, so do we have to do exactly the same data entering into the? No, it's not the it's not supposed to do in the same way. Okay, whatever whatever you think that will break the application, you can enter. Okay, so to break that application, first we need to write test scenarios, and then while automating test scenarios, we need to, so for your test scenario, you need to prepare test data as well, right? So if I say uh, create a test case, okay, on this module, on test case module, if I say create a test case or add a test case on this test case module, so I'll select module ID, I would enter test case ID, so I can enter anything, right? I can enter one, I can enter TC underscore 001. So these are my data for that test scenario. Okay. So don't get confused. Like this application itself is a test management tool, and we are also uh, automating it. So that's perfectly fine because I already told you that whether application automates any other application, but that need to be tested, right? Its functionality need to be tested thoroughly. We need to another application like interrupt for test data. Why you need interrupt here? No, we don't require any other application for test data. Interrupt doesn't generate any test data. As I know, right? Trust me. Don't confuse team. Take this application as a any other application for right now when you are automating this, because we have to automate this. We have to write scripts for this. Okay. What are the input for the test run module and expected results? Test run module. I already explained, I hope. Let me go to test run. So see here, whatever you uh, do at run set test run. Okay. So whatever you create a run setup here, that will be displayed here. Okay. That setup name, who created and on which date is it created. And if you click execute test, it will download that Excel sheet. Okay. So the input will be from the run setup. Okay, I hope I answered your question, Susmita. Dummy date generates the test result. I did not get this question, Vinaya. How to use this any odd data into Selenium WebDriver? Suki, do you have you attended Selenium live training, or do you have knowledge on Selenium WebDriver? So using Selenium WebDriver need to automate this web application, whatever I am explaining right now. Okay, did you get the point? How we can add multiple application details? Currently, this application only supports single project. Going forward in future, it will support multiple projects, but right now it supports only one project. Okay, can you execute and show the results? That is out of scope, Farida, from this uh, Selenium Live project. That is out of scope, so don't worry about that. Could you give a simple test scenario for this page? So, team, don't confuse in scenario. Whatever you do manually, okay, just try to write in a single line. Like uh, navigate to test run. Okay, and select run setup and click on this execute test or click cancel. So you get two scenarios. One is execute test, another is cancel. Okay. So this way you can write different kind of scenarios. We can see only our data from the dashboard, or yes, you see only your data from on dashboard, not from other team members, because this is a single user application right now. But we use Excel sheet to read data. Yes, of course you will read. You will use you can use a Excel sheet or anything to read test data. Okay. So for this application, you can use Excel sheet to create the test data, and same thing you can utilize in this any other application. So where is problems? Okay, can I unmute you? We can talk little bit. I guess there is confusion between how this application works and how we are going to automate, right? Okay, let me unmute you. Okay, I cannot unmute you. Can you what happens? Okay, Suki, can you hear me?
Yes, Manoj. Hi, we're going to add all the datas on the Anyod, and then how do you get it to Excel, and then we take it to that Selenium WebDriver.
Hmm. So
We
right
adding
now,
all the datas in right now on the like a element ID, low level keyword, everything over here. We had to take this one to Excel, then we can read it from the Excel and
no,
write
no, no,
it.
no, 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 no. Don't take this application as how it behaves. So when we export or we click execute test, it will export a Excel sheet. So that is a feature of this application. You don't have to do anything about with that Excel sheet right now. Okay, don't worry about that. That is just a feature. If you click here, it will download a Excel sheet that we have provided a feature for this application. Okay, so just
Okay.
consider whatever things are here. This is just these are just features of this application that we need to validate. What it does, what is the purpose of it, that is a different thing. But first thing we need to test all these features available on this application. Okay,
Okay.
so we need to create our Excel sheet where we can create test data. We can use Selenium WebDriver, Java, or any other language to read that Excel to provide input on this application. So we need to create a framework for this application. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do it like the way that we study it. So we just write it everything on the Selenium WebDriver and
Correct. That's
create a
correct.
data sheet on the Excel and run it over here.
Correct.
Like,
Correct.
okay, okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. Any other question, team? Which login credential should we use? So we are going to use this application, team. Uh, what is any odd app? So this is a URL, team. Let me ping you. This is the URL, team, we are going to use. Okay. Now it doesn't require any credential from our side. What you can do, you can go to user sign up, click here, you can enter all these details, okay, and click register. And then using the same, uh, you enter email ID, you enter password. Using those, you can log in. Okay, so don't think like we'll provide credentials. You can register yourself and you can directly use. Got it? Now someone asked me to, he's getting, he's not able to select. Okay, let me try to. So see, I have seen many people using this one. Let me minimize this, because someone sent me email or forum, I guess I answered. People are using this select to this class or something like they are using. That's why you are not able to identify you. We need to see where is the select tag, and select tag is here, right? So we need to use this, and here is the country list, whatever the country we have to select. Okay, so you can use this uh, class name, or see name we have registry underscore country. Name already we have for this select tag. So register underscore country you can use to identify this select country drop down, and then you can choose this in the same way how we select any uh, what I say, any drop down. Okay, right team, are we good here? Any other questions? So I pinged you, maybe I'd paste it here also. uh, Application URL. Okay, here we have this application URL team, and what you need to do, you need to just register yourself and use. Please use Excel to not Excel, please use this Google Drive. I will share with you, and you can create a Excel sheet, Google sheet here. Okay, you can write all your scenarios here, and those scenario we will review in the next session. Okay, so please don't wait till the, because we will have gap of 3-4 days, so I would expect it will be completed this week. So this is mandatory team. If anyone says like at the Friday or Thursday, like we are not yet done, so that is not a good thing. So we have time, please work on it, try to complete all those scenario for all modules. Okay, do you have instructions for how to install Selenium? Pushpinder, I hope, do you know about Selenium WebDriver, or have you attended Selenium live trainings? So Selenium's is not, you don't have to install anything. Okay, you just need to download few jar files, and you will be good to start with. Yes, Dipti, that was the last session notes. Mm-hmm. All right, Pushpinder, if you know Selenium ID, that's okay. But in this live project, we are going to use WebDriver, not IDE. Okay. So you can join, you can work with team, and you can get like how they are working. You can start slowly. Okay. So that is absolutely fine. But we are not going to use IDE. Do we need to just write test scenarios? Yes, of course. Don't work on script. If I see, because I see generally what people do, they actually jump and start writing scripts. That is very bad practice, team. Do not write a single code unless you finish the scenarios. And this is for everyone. This is strict instruction because you will mess up. You are not completed your scenario. You started writing your script. You don't know what other members are doing. So don't jump straight forward even if you know how to create a framework or something. Don't jump straight on that. Work with your team. Try to finalize test scenarios for all the modules for this application. Okay. Teams are ready. Indo, it will be notify. You will get notification today itself. Okay. So don't worry about this. So till now I was talking about any ought. Now at the end of the session, if you ask what is any ought, that is difficult to answer. How soon our teams are going to be divided? As I said, after this session, you will get notifications with your team and your member details. You can update your details. Okay, you can start uh, contacting them via email, or you can use Skype, GoToMeeting trial version, or WhatsApp. Anything you guys prefer, you can use. I mean Java code automation. No, Abhinay, I guess I answered your question. We don't need to write anything. Just need to focus to complete the test scenarios. And side by side, you can, if you don't have Eclipse, try to download and uh, ready with your all the jar files of Selenium, testng or JUnit, whatever you want to use, Apache POI jar files to read Excels. Okay, all these setups you can do, but try to finish the test scenarios. That's okay, Payal, if you're the new JPact member. But did you join late this session? Because I was explaining about it. Tanvi, do you have any question? Why there's only semicolons? Can you please tell again the Excel sheet to open? Excel sheet to open. Meenal, which Excel sheet? Can I unmute you, Meenal? Let me unmute you. I'm not getting your questions, what you are asking. Yes, Meenal.
Yeah, hi Manoj.
Hello.
Uh, to write the test scenarios, you asked us to open the Excel sheet in Google Drive, right?
Yes, correct.
That one I'm asking, how to open that. How did you
Okay,
do that?
so once you get the access of the Google Drive, okay, so it will look like this. You have to click new Google Sheet. If you click, it will open a new spreadsheet. So team,
Okay.
it is not mandatory you should use Google Sheet. You can
Oh,
use Excel sheet at whatever you have on your system, and that you can upload. So to upload, or how you can upload, you can go here, you can choose this file upload. You can select that particular file and you can upload here.
okay.
Okay, so what I will do, I
Okay.
will create a team folders for you, okay, for your team. So you can use that team folder for like creating new documents, uploading. So whatever you want to do, you can do with your team folder. All right. So do we have some more questions? So we have to only write test cases and test data, not the test cases. So if you want to write test cases, go for it. Okay, because I'm the from the uh, beginning of the session, I'm talking about test scenarios. So if you are okay with test cases, go for it. Okay, I've not seen anything right now. So based on the FRD, we have to make the scenarios. Correct. That is correct. Only test scenarios. Absolutely fine. We need to write only scenarios. Okay, Sumati, whatever the names are there in Google Drive, means in contact sheet, I will add in the group. Can you please put me into Python team? Okay, you want to work with Python, Vinaya? All right. Okay. So, do one thing, team. Okay. Send me your preference, or do not send me. What I'll do, whatever the where is Google Drive? In contact sheet, uh, what I'll do, I'll not divide team yet. Okay. Do one thing. I'll give their options which language you want to work. Just put your which language you want to use, like Java, C Sharp, Python. Based on that, I will divide teams. Okay. So maybe it will delayed some, maybe one day or not one day. Maybe if you reply, if you update this sheet in next few hours, maybe your morning I will able to send the team details. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to take any more questions. That's it from today, team. Yes, everything will be shared. Don't worry about this, team. Okay. How to access Google Drive. If you have a Gmail account, you can access if I share with you. Okay. Yes, you have to enter your details. Can you give at least one example in an Excel sheet with those scenario? Okay. How you write test case, team? If I ask write test case, how you'll write? So, scenario, sorry, and description. Okay. So scenario and number you can say here. And scenario. Okay, either you can write description, so you can write one, and you can write login on any odd and validate dashboard. That is one scenario, team, for me. Second scenario, uh, So not necessarily like every time you write login, okay? It is understandable that you are already logged in on the system. That's why you are navigating, okay? So suppose I can write enter valid or enter AUT details, okay? So in this scenario, you can write various things like enter valid details, if I can ask. Something you can write in the next scenario, you can negative scenario will be like enter invalid data on this module. Something like this, okay? Oh, still people are asking test ID, test case name, description. Team, I'm leaving up to you. I'm not going to explain anymore. How you feel comfortable, just come up with those things. We'll review in the next session. We'll see how you are writing, okay? So scenario is just a one line statement. No need to write all the manual step like launch browser, open browser, enter this URL, enter username, enter password, click login button. That is a test case. Okay, we are talking about scenarios. It means we know various things about this and we just give one line statement what we are going to do. Okay, so I'm not going to explain anymore. Just uh, come up with whatever you understood from this session. Okay, we will review in the next session. Yes, it is just a high level. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Please please enter your interest, whatever I share that contact sheet with you. Please enter your which language you will be comfortable, Java, Python, C Sharp. Okay, based on that I will divide teams. Thank you everyone, thank you for joining. Bye for now.